Hi Aries, sorry about that. Somebody phoned me and I tried to answer it, and so I had to cut the recording, which wasn't very professional of me. But it was an important call. I would never normally do that, but it was an important call, so I really wanted to answer it. So we're going to start with Aries, okay? So there's probably going to confuse people because there's 2 videos now. Okay, so Aries, middle of the week. Dark lady, you're going into yourself here. This is about you being a bit private, you know, about what you need to do for yourself. Feeling into your energy and taking your time. Don't rush yourself, because you have to take care of your mental health and your well-being. So you might feel a bit vulnerable at the moment. Infinity is the card here. Infinite love. Your love is timeless. So it really is about trusting more about the fact that you are appreciated, you are accepted, you know, and you do appreciate and accept yourself first and foremost, and it will get reflected back to you in the longer term. Okay, so you've recently started a new journey, or decided to sort of embark on something on your own. It's like, right, I'm doing me, I'm going to do things my way, and it is really quite an exciting time for you. It's exciting, but it's also a little bit scary. It's a little bit like nerve-wracking, so you might have had a bit of fear come up about this, because it's all new, you know, and it sort of starts to make you feel a bit young again or something like that. And yeah, you might just feel a little bit fearful at the moment, and that's why it's important to caretake yourself and look after yourself, because there's something very new happening for Aries here, and it's bringing up some fear and vulnerabilities, but Spirit is saying just protect yourself and take your time and look after yourself through this process, and things will become clear very soon. Okay, so the people around you, you've got the 7 of Pentacles to the 4 of Wands. Somebody's been kind of thinking, oh, is this worth it? Is this worth the effort? They may have been quite despondent or depressed. But Spirit is saying, yes, in the long term, it is worth this person being committed to you, to your relationship, to your life together. And there is a happy environment here. There is a happy home life here, okay? Somebody does want to tell you how they feel. I get the sense that there's somebody who is holding back. This is somebody who's more practical, probably not as forthcoming emotionally with their communication. But there's, no matter how crazy it may seem at the moment and how unrealistic it may seem at the moment that your relationship with this person can continue, it will, you know, it will. It's just you need to work through your own emotions and your own self. And that's what Spirit wants you to focus on at the moment. Spirit wants you to focus on yourself at the moment and have trust, because there is definitely here a relationship or a situation that is going to grow more stable over time and improve over time. 7 of Thought. You have been confused about a situation in your life, and now everything is suddenly completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, your spirit guides, your friends, or you discovered it on your own, it feels great to be awake and aware. Feel free to ask for time alone if that is what you need. Okay, so that is the 7 of Cups. So Spirit knows that your mind has been in a bit of a whirlwind lately about loads of things in your life, you know, and they know that you're a bit scared, but they're encouraging you to just stay grounded and take your time and not rush yourself, because you're going to work through this and you're going to see that there's going to be some really positive outcomes for you. And basically you're going to find that there are people that appreciate you. There are people that are basically accepting of you, you know, but it has to come through you first. There is stability as well coming, okay? So that is the message for Aries. So I'm sorry that got broken into two parts. Right, let's go into Sagittarius. See what we get for Sag. Oh, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Lovely. So this is heart chakra healing going on for Sagittarius at the moment. A great wave of and like influx of light into the heart chakra. And just beautiful healing of your inner child and your heart, okay? It's like Spirit really wants to heal you at this time. Denial. See the truth in the situation, okay? So Spirit is waking you up to a lot of things at the moment. And that's quite an overwhelming process. They're getting you to see the truth about things. And that's why they're healing your heart, so that you're okay, basically, while you go through this whole thing. It's like realising a lot of stuff, you know, that you didn't know before. But it is actually very healing for your heart, and they're trying to reassure you of that. Okay, so you've got great abundance and health here, okay? So don't feel too, it's easy for me to say, but the denial card comes across a bit like, you know, it is quite, there's quite big things going on for you at the moment that you're having to be made aware of. And yet Spirit is bringing in the Queen of Pentacles to say, look, you're in your mastery. This is all divinely timed, because you are now in a point of your life where you can actually action these things, and you couldn't have done that when you were younger. It would have been a lot harder for you for whatever reasons. And now you're in a much more supported place where you can deal with certain things that need to come to light, and things that need to be done. And the thing is, you know, you're grounded, you're more healthy than you used to be, and you're gonna make more money as you get older, okay? There's gonna be money coming in for you, because you've also got the Nine of Pentacles as well. You've already got this vision, basically, of who you really can be. And you're actually really in the process of that already, you know? So you're getting closer and closer to divine union with yourself, with Spirit. And that's a good thing, because your abundance levels are just going to keep going up, and your health levels are going to keep going up. You're connected here to somebody who is very successful in their career, okay? This person may like admiration. They may have a bit of an ego, but they also are very successful and very good at what they do. And that you've also got here the Queen of Cups, okay? So this can be somebody who's a very good listener, who's very kind, who's very caring. This could be a very good friend, or somebody who takes a caring kind of role. There's somebody that could be expressing their love to you, okay? And so that's very nice. But yeah, you are very well placed at the moment, Sagittarius. Very well placed to keep, like I said, keep your abundance levels high. believe it or not. You're going to keep receiving money. You are. And like your resources as well. But you're also, there's just so much self-love running through you with the heart chakra card, the 9 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. You've sort of got to be quite practical, okay? You have got to be quite practical at this time and kind of be very rational with your emotions, okay? So that you can stay vibrationally aligned in your highest and best. So it's important not to allow your emotions to get the better of you, because there could be quite a lot of emotional stuff going on around you. But you're going to cope with it better than you think. And like I said, there's somebody here that is kind of supporting you, okay? I wonder if you are happy without me. So somebody is thinking about you. I think they have regrets. I think they realise they let you down. They missed out. And they think about you, but really you've got all your own journey going on right now. Okay, so 7 of Cups. Spirit is helping you to keep your mind activity as calm as possible at this time. You've been confused about a situation in your life. Suddenly everything is now completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, disclosed by a friend, or you discovered it on your own, it feels great to be awake and aware. Feel free to ask for time alone if that is what you need. So yeah, you're very much in your power to deal with stuff that's going on at the moment. You are going to be learning about something, okay? And that can mean so many things to different people, but there is going to be information coming out, or a realization that you have that is, you know, stuff that's been suppressed that is finally brought to light, or you can finally speak about it. But it's very much in a practical way and keeping your abundance levels high, your vibration in a good, healthy place. And Spirit is protecting you with all of that, you know. So that is the message, okay? That is the message for Sag. You'll be surprised how well you deal with all these things that you've got to deal with. So let's go into Scorpio. Right, Wisdom. Very nice. This is one of the nicest cards in the deck. You are so wise at this point in time. Thank God. Thank God. All the work that you've had to do to get yourself to the point you're at now. And that card is confirmation that you are a lot more wise now. And you do realise that certain things you were doing or thinking in the past weren't wise. So you're not touching those things anymore. You're not touching those thoughts anymore. And you've got that wisdom, and that is doing wonders for your vibration, basically, Scorpio. It means you will be manifesting very good things. Mistakes. We all make mistakes. So, you know, you've got the wisdom now to see, like I said, the things that you were doing or the things that you were thinking that just weren't helpful. And you now have that ability and that level of consciousness to not do that. You know, and that's through, you know, it's just through growth, isn't it? It's the awakening process and it's the growth. So they weren't really mistakes, but it's just, it is possible that someone made a mistake about you. I want to say that. Somebody may have made a mistake, but you've got the wisdom to be able to handle it and not let it get to you. You've been making decisions lately because you've got this new clarity and this new mastery that you didn't have previous. And I tell you what, you are seeing things so freaking clearly There is nothing that is going to manipulate you or get past you anymore, all right? You are on a whole nother level. And you've got the Hermit card as well. So at times, yes, it's going to feel a little bit lonely, but you're not alone. You've got this soul family, remember? But, you know, you have to be, in a way, because Spirit is doing so much with you at this time, Scorpio, to raise your vibration, to not so much well, it is your vibration that's rising, but it's your level of clarity, your level of consciousness. So you see things more clearly than you used to, and you can identify that if I think like that or I do like that, it's just not wise. So it's making your life a lot more happier. Yeah, because you're not going to do things that you used to do that just used to cause you drama and aggravation. Because you've got wisdom now. I tell you what, it's one thing knowing things, isn't it? But it's another level when you're actually that you've actually grown the wisdom, that you don't just know it on a rational level, but you can apply it in your life, and that's a real breakthrough for you. Now, the energy of somebody in your life is the Nine of Cups to the King of Wands, which is really, really cool. So this is somebody who has their wishes fulfilled. They can be a bit selfish at times, but this person's got, what's the word? They're attractive. They've got charisma. That's the word I was looking for. They've got charisma. Now, they are actually more responsible and honest than they may seem, right? You'd be surprised about that, because this person may not come across like that. They're gonna surprise you, this person, so hang in there, because somebody's about to surprise you that they're probably, they may be feeling more for you than they're letting on, or they are more trustworthy than you thought, and somebody is laying awake thinking about you. So that was interesting, because when I saw that King of Wands, I thought, oh, hang on a minute, this person's acting quite selfish on the surface, but then in reality, they're a lot more responsible than you may, and genuine than you may think. And this person's thinking about you as well. Okay, let's see what your spirit guides say. Messenger of action. So this is the Page of Swords. Something new and exciting relating to your creativity or your career comes to your attention. You feel an eagerness to learn. Okay. You feel an eagerness to get going. You may feel a little bit insecure. Do it anyway. Okay, no, I don't think it's, sorry, I was just, you might have seen me look sort of, I think it's actually the Messenger of, I think it's the Page of Wands. So this is good news, okay? It's somebody who is creative, enthusiastic, fascinated by life, wants to try everything. This is about new adventures. You're about to go on new adventures, right? Because of all this clarity you've got, and this like wisdom and this ability to see more clearly. So Spirit is supporting you on a sort of like a new adventure. You may receive some good news, and you also may find that there is somebody that's attracted to you. Okay. So that was Scorpio. Let's go into Pisces. You might hear some noises going on, and I do apologise. It is because there's building works going on here. It's not my building works, it's the flats, because I live in flats. Right, Pisces. The Pook. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so this is nice. You're seeing the good in the bad and the bad in the good. You're getting a bit more of like a balanced perspective on things, okay? So whereas before you might have just kept focusing on the negatives, you're now starting to appreciate that there's positives that you didn't really appreciate before because you were depressed or you had pain body and stuff like that. Okay, mistakes. We all make mistakes. Somebody's made a mistake about you. all right? And it could be more than one person. And I'm not blaming you, but it could be because you had a lot of confusions in yourself. And when we let off that energy of confusion, it obviously, that's an energy, isn't it? So I feel confusion getting cleared up. And where you thought things were really bad, things might end up being quite good. And you're actually starting to see the positive sides of certain things that you didn't expect to see. Yeah, 4-4, and the 4s are rational. You're becoming more rational at the moment because it's the Emperor in the tarot, number 4. You're becoming more rational. You're seeing things more clearly. You're seeing things in a more balanced way. Your mental health's improving. Now, you were disappointed. You felt like it didn't matter what Spirit did. It was never what you really wanted. And it was really getting you down. But Spirit was trying to say, look, actually, this is really good for you right now. And there's actually some good stuff coming. And now you've got the 4 of Wands coming in this week, which is like you are gaining a level of success. You are going to be celebrating something soon. And this is going to give you more stability, okay? Okay, so somebody connected to you has also been quite depressed. So you've sort of been mirrors to each other. You've both been a bit depressed or a bit out of sorts. But this person moves from the Moon to the 7 of Wands. This person's in now much more stronger position. They still have quite a lot of things they have to sort out and deal with, but they're more confident now, or they're more motivated and they're more positive about dealing with things. They know they're better equipped now. But they went through a time where they were very confused, very, you know. And like I said, there could have been somebody that was making mistakes about you, and perhaps it was that person. There could have been more than one person that made a mistake about you. And it was just the lack of clarity that they had. But things are starting to make sense now. And just as I say that, that is so weird. I'm starting to understand our connection. I feel, Pisces, honestly, like people are starting to understand you more. And maybe even a particular person. Three of Swords, okay, so this is the 3 of Swords. Loving angels surround you and heal you to comfort you. The sadness you feel will fade in time. Then you'll be able to see how clearly important it is that this situation has for your spiritual growth. Okay, so you've been through a hard time, but it's all part of your spiritual growth. Take the time that you need to forgive yourself and others so that you can embrace the future with joy. Yeah, someone in spirit is helping you at the moment, Pisces, to move from seeing things in a very negative way, in a very painful way, in a very worried way, to now it's like, God, I'm actually starting to see the benefits of some of these things in my life. I'm actually starting to see the positives. And there's some really good aspects coming that are going to surprise you. And there's more stability coming. You're going to be celebrating something, you know. And you're going to be celebrating a few things in your life more. Because you realise that actually things are starting to become more stable. Okay, so we're going to Cancer. And I just said on the last video, I've got work guys right outside my window. So if you hear noises, I am sorry. It's quite funny, they're right there. I live in flats and they've got all this scaffolding outside my balcony. It's quite funny. Okay, let's go into, we'll pick a mental health card first, sorry. Sorry, Cancer, I'm getting a little bit distracted there. Right, stay grounded. Okay, just stay grounded at the moment. Try not to go too much into the head. There may be a tendency at the moment for the mind activity. The ego is trying to bring up mind activity in you, make you think too much. So Spirit is helping you to stay more centered. And you may even be noticing you're doing this yourself, actually. Spirit's helping you do it, but you are learning to not allow so much thoughts to run through your mind and to just be more centered, you know, which is good. Because the less thoughts we have, the more spiritual we are. Okay, curiosity. Learn to be curious about each other. So you are learning a hell of a lot about the people in your life at the moment, and they are learning about you. So it's not so much about thinking and dreaming anymore. It's actually about learning, like actual information, real information about other people, and them learning real information about you. And things are becoming more real. You've had a lot more clarity lately, and you've had to make important decisions. You've got the King of Swords, you know, and you've become much more in your mastery when it comes to seeing clearly, making the right judgments and the right decisions, weighing things up, reviewing things, and moving forward accordingly. And you're getting better at cutting off from the emotions, which, you know, as Cancers, we do get caught up in the emotions a bit too much sometimes. And you're getting much better at just seeing things clearly and doing what needs to be done and staying grounded, like I said. So this is really good news for Cancer in our soul family at the moment. You're going through a major transformation very, very soon. And it's going to be an ending of a chapter in your life and a beginning of a new chapter that's going to make a lot more sense to you. And it's really good news for you. And it's because you're ready. You are now ready. You've got here somebody with the Knight of Cups. So there's a very, very supportive energy here, which could be like a friend or a family member, or it could be a romantic lover. But it's somebody who really spiritually and emotionally cares for you. But there is also the Seven of Swords. So there is also an energy of somebody who isn't really opening up, who may have unrealistic plans about you, who tends to play games and doesn't like to show their vulnerability. Somebody is saying that I couldn't let you get close to me. So you could have two people, you know, you've definitely got somebody who's, and I want to say as well, that person who is deceptive are deeply sensitive. They are deeply, deeply sensitive. But I think you have had to make decisions, and these decisions are helping you transform yourself. You've had to look at that person very, very clearly and say, no, you know, I need to make cold, clear-cut decisions and see things in a very rational way. And it's a major transformation for you that you've done this, and that you are doing it. And it leads you into this amazing time where you're going to be learning so much about yourself, or people are going to be learning about you. I do see a supportive friend or person in your life as well. So you've got here the Queen of Cups, which is the Cancer card, Cancerian energy. This is time to follow your heart, feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with incredible insights. Yeah, incredible insights, curiosity, information, learning. You or another person is very kind, tender-hearted, loving, and a trustworthy friend. So I don't think it is a time, actually, for you to get too deep with your emotions, because it's really a time for clarity, and you've had to get very clear on a lot of things. And because what happens with the emotions when we allow them to get too much is it starts to activate mind activity. And mind activity is not good, because it's all our own projections, fears, insecurities. Do you see what I mean? So that's why Cancer does struggle quite a bit. Now, Cancer has got this hard shell, so we can use that to, when we're in the right frame of mind, to become this King of Swords energy. And this is what you've been doing, you know, and being more grounded. So less in your head, more rational, seeing more clearly, making the right decisions for you, and putting yourself first. This is leading to a major transformation, because you're finally taking care of yourself. Can you imagine the energy of that? How powerful that is when you finally take care of yourself. You know, there's a powerful energy, and it's leading you into this new transformation. And there's going to be a lot of information that you're learning about yourself, or that other people are learning about you. And your spirit guides are helping you to become the true you, because the Queen of Cups is the true you. That's what Cancer is. It doesn't matter what gender you are, but it's just the energy of Cancerians. So you're going to get incredible insights, flashes of light, feeling compelled to nurture yourself, you know, and moving into your tender heart again, once again, right? So it's an amazing time for Cancer. It's pretty intense, but you are doing the right things, and it's leading you into more information, more knowledge about yourself, about your life, and embracing who you really are, you know, clearing things up when it comes to somebody who's been, you know, confusing you or something like that. Okay, that is no more. That is no more going to be the case. So I'm sending you lots of love and peace. If you want to book in, please do contact me. You're very welcome. I do the tarot readings, and I also do an astrology session. If you really want to break patterns that you've been stuck in, if you feel blocked in a particular area of your life, I zone right in with the astrology. I tell you, it's a bit different to getting your astrology chart done by someone else. And yeah, I'm sending you so much peace. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. One love across Gaia.